Cleared for takeoff. Runway 34 left. Filler 88.
China Eastern 707 is on left downwind runway 34 right. Thank you. November 825 Sierra Charlie.
Cathay 6 Oscar Tango, please check assigned runway.
Edelweiss 9 Sierra Sierra is on right base runway 17 left.
Thank you. Good day. November 825 Sierra Charlie. Executing missed approach. Cathay 6 Oscar Tango.
Edelweiss 9 Sierra Sierra, contact Shanghai approach on 119.2.
Junio 2212, request permission to cross runway 35 right.
China Eastern 707, contact Shanghai approach on 119.2.
Emirates 380, request frequency change.
Contacting Shanghai approach on 119.2, Edelweiss 9 Sierra Sierra.
Contacting Shanghai approach on 119.2, China Eastern 707. Contacting Shanghai Pudong ground on 121.62, Hotel Zulu Alpha Kilo 44. November 1120 Alpha, request frequency change.
Cathay 6 Oscar Tango, go around, make right traffic runway 34 right.
Going around, make right traffic runway 34 right, Cathay 6 Oscar Tango. Contacting Shanghai approach on 119.2, Cathay 6 Oscar Tango.
Virgin EAO 1658, wind 10085, number 1, runway 35 left, cleared to land.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 34 right, China Southern 2584 heavy.
Tahiti Airlines 987, you're in an active airspace, please contact Shanghai Pudong Tower on 118.4.
China Eastern 707 heavy, request frequency change.
Virgin EAO 115, go around, fly runway heading runway 35 left. Going around, fly runway heading runway 35 left, Virgin EAO 115. Etihad 357, roger, make right traffic runway 34 right. Etihad 357, contact Shanghai approach on 119.2. China Eastern 707 heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved China Eastern 707 heavy, good day.
EVA 2347 heavy, contact Shanghai approach on 119.2.
Contacting Shanghai approach on 119.2, EVA 2347 heavy.
Scandinavian 379 heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Air Junio 718, good day.
Cathay 311, wind 10085, number 2, runway 35 left, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 35 left, Cathay 311.
Virgin EAO 115, enter straight in runway 35 left, number 2, traffic to follow is on final.
Frequency change approved Scandinavian 379 heavy, good day.
November 1120 Alpha, contact Shanghai Pudong ground on 121.62.
Contacting Shanghai Pudong ground on 121.62, November 1120 Alpha.
Qatari 5 Super, wind 10085, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
Air Junio 1658, request permission to cross runway 35 right.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Victor Tango Juliet Charlie Juliet, inbound on the ILS runway 35 left.
All Nippon 968, hold short of runway 34 left. Cleared for takeoff, runway 34 left, Qatari 5 Super. Virgin EAO 1658, hold short of runway 35 right.
Holding short runway 34 left, all Nippon 968.
Virgin EAO 1658, correction, stand by. Virgin EAO 1658, cross runway 35 right.
Crossing runway 35 right, Air Junio 1658.
Victor Tango Juliet Charlie Juliet, wind 10085, number 2, runway 35 left, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 35 left, Victor Tango Juliet Charlie Juliet.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Swiss 017, ready for departure at runway 34 left, departing east.
Hotel Zulu Alpha Kilo 44, is on final runway 34 right. Stand by. Hotel Zulu Alpha Kilo 44.
Hotel Zulu Alpha Kilo 44, wind 10085, number 1, runway 34 right, cleared to land. Swiss 017, line up and wait runway 34 left.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 34 right, Hotel Zulu Alpha Kilo 44.
Line up and wait runway 34 left, Swiss 017. Cathay 311, request permission to cross runway 35 right.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Delta 288 Victor Alpha Heavy, ready for departure at runway 35 right, departing north.
Cathay 311, cross runway 35 right.
Crossing runway 35 right, Cathay 311.
Delta 288 Victor Alpha Heavy, wind 10085, runway 35 right, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 35 right, Delta 288 Victor Alpha Heavy.
Swiss 017, wind 10085, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 34 left, Swiss 017.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, November 1 Mike Sierra, ready for departure at runway 34 left, remaining in the pattern.
November 1 Mike Sierra, wind 10085, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
Hotel Zulu Alpha Kilo 44, request frequency change.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 34 left, November 1 Mike Sierra.
Hotel Zulu Alpha Kilo 44, exit runway when able, contact ground on the taxiway.
Wilco, Hotel Zulu Alpha Kilo 44.
Swiss 017, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Swiss 017, good day.
Victor Tango Juliet Charlie Juliet, request permission to cross runway 35 right.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, All Nippon 010 Sierra Quebec, ready for departure at runway 35 right, departing east.
Eva 2347 Heavy, wind 10085, number 1, runway 35 left, cleared to land.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 35 left, Eva 2347 Heavy.
Delta 288 Victor Alpha Heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Delta 288 Victor Alpha Heavy, good day.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, cross runway 35 right, please expedite. All Nippon 010 Sierra Quebec, wind 100 at 5, runway 35 right, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 35 right. All Nippon 010 Sierra Quebec.
Hotel Zulu Alpha Kilo 44, request permission to cross runway 34 left. Shanghai Pudong Tower, Sesh 16992 Heavy, ready for departure in sequence at runway 34 left, departing west.
Hotel Zulu Alpha Kilo 44, cross runway 34 left.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Air Junia 1126, inbound on the ILS runway 34 right. Crossing runway 34 left, Hotel Zulu Alpha Kilo 44.
All Nippon 968, wind 100 at 5, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, China Eastern 707, inbound on the ILS runway 35 left.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 34 left. All Nippon 968.
Stitch 16992 Heavy, hold short of runway 34 left.
Holding short runway 34 left, Sesh 16992 Heavy.
China Eastern 707, wind 100 at 5, number 1, runway 35 left, cleared to land. Air Junia 1126, wind 100 at 5, number 1, runway 34 right, cleared to land.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Air Canada 905 Heavy is 7 nautical miles to the south at 2,200 feet. Inbound for landing with information Sierra. Requesting runway 35 left.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Cathay 6 Oscar Tango, inbound on the ILS runway 34 right with information Sierra.
Air Canada 905 Heavy, wind 100 at 5, number 1, runway 35 left, cleared to land. Cathay 6 Oscar Tango, wind 100 at 5, number 1, runway 34 right, cleared to land.
Number 1, cleared to land. Runway 35 left. Air Canada 905 Heavy.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 34 right, Cathay 6 Oscar Tango.
All Nippon 968, frequency change approved, good day. All Nippon 010 Sierra Quebec, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved. All Nippon 010 Sierra Quebec. Good day. Thank you. All Nippon 010 Sierra Quebec. Frequency change approved. All Nippon 968. Good day.
United 086, wind 100 at 5, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 34 left. United 086.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Air Junia 115, inbound on the ILS runway 35 left with information Sierra.
China Eastern 707, request frequency change.
Air Junia 115, wind 100 at 5, number 2, runway 35 left, cleared to land. Number 2, cleared to land, runway 35 left, Air Junia 115. China Eastern 707, exit runway when able, cross runway 35 right and contact ground, please expedite.
Wilco, China Eastern 707.
Sich 16992 heavy, line up and wait runway 34 left.
Line up and wait runway 34 left, Sesh 16992 heavy. Air Junia 1126, request permission to cross runway 34 left.
Air Junia 1126, hold short of runway 34 left.
Holding short runway 34 left, Air Junia 1126. Shanghai Pudong Tower, Qatari 791, ready for departure in sequence at runway 35 right, departing east.
Cathay 6 Oscar Tango, exit runway when able, hold short runway 34 left.
Wilco, Cathay 6 Oscar Tango.
Air Junia 1126, cross runway 34 left.
Crossing runway 34 left, Air Junia 1126.
Qatari 791, wind 100 at 5, runway 35 right, cleared for takeoff. Air Canada 905 heavy, exit runway when able, hold short runway 35 right.
Wilco, Air Canada 905 Heavy.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Air China 575 Heavy, ready for departure at runway 34 left, departing south.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, United 122 Heavy is 9 nautical miles to the south at 2,500 feet, inbound for landing, requesting runway 34 right.
Thank you, good day, Air Junia 1126.
Sich 16992 heavy, wind 100 at 5, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Qatari 791, ready for departure in sequence at runway 35 right, departing east. Cleared for takeoff, runway 34 left, Sesh 16992 heavy.
Air China 575 heavy, line up and wait runway 34 left.
Line up and wait runway 34 left, Air China 575 heavy.
United 122 heavy, wind 100 at 5, number 1, runway 34 right, cleared to land. Qatari 791, wind 100 at 5, runway 35 right, cleared for takeoff.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 34 right, United 122 Heavy.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, China Southern 812 Super, ready for departure at runway 34 left, remaining in the pattern. Shanghai Pudong Tower, Qatari 791, ready for departure at runway 35 right, departing east. Sesh 16992 Heavy, requesting departure to the west.
United 086, frequency change approved, good day. Sich 16992 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved United 086, good day.
Frequency change approved Sesh 16992 Heavy, good day.
Cathay 6 Oscar Tango, cross runway 34 left, please expedite.
Crossing runway 34 left, Cathay 6 Oscar Tango.
China Southern 812 Super, hold short of runway 34 left.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Qatari 791, ready for departure at runway 35 right, departing east. Holding short runway 34 left, China Southern 812 Super.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, China Southern 187, inbound on the ILS runway 35 left with information Sierra.
Qatari 791, hold short of runway 35 right.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Delta 15 Mike, inbound on the ILS runway 34 right. Shanghai Pudong Tower, Qatari 791, ready for departure at runway 35 right, departing east.
Air Canada 905 Heavy, cross runway 35 right, please expedite.
Crossing runway 35 right, Air Canada 905 Heavy.
Air Junia 115, cross runway 35 right, please expedite. crossing runway 35 right, air EAO 115. Delta 159, wind 100 at 5, number 2, runway 34 right, cleared to land. Qatari 791, aboard sending duplicate messages. Qatari 791, please check the user guide from the home screen for help using ATC instructions.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Lufthansa 117 Heavy is 12 nautical miles to the south at 3,000 feet, inbound for landing, requesting runway 35 left.
Lufthansa 117 Heavy, wind 100 at 5, number 2, runway 35 left, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 35 left, Lufthansa 117 Heavy.
United 122 Heavy, exit runway when able, hold short runway 34 left.
Wilco, United 122 Heavy.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Air China 575 Heavy, ready for departure at runway 34 left, departing south.
Air China 575 Heavy, wind 100 at 5, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 34 left, Air China 575 Heavy. Shanghai Pudong Tower, China Eastern 0625 Golf, ready for departure in sequence at runway 35 right, departing west.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Ajuneo 1655 Heavy, ready for departure at runway 34 left, departing south.
China Eastern 0625 Golf, wind 100 at 5, runway 35 right, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 35 right, China Eastern 0625 Golf.
Virgin EAO 1655 Heavy, line up and wait runway 34 left.
Line up and wait runway 34 left, Ajuneo 1655 Heavy.
Attention all aircraft, ATIS information Juliet is now current.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Air France 112 Golf Super is 9 nautical miles to the south at 2,800 feet, inbound for landing, requesting runway 34 right.
Air France 112 Golf Super, wind 100 at 5, number 1, runway 34 right, cleared to land.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 34 right, Air France 112 Golf Super.
Air China 575 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
United 122 Heavy, request permission to cross runway 34 left.
Frequency change approved Air China 575 Heavy, good day.
United 122 Heavy, cross runway 34 left, please expedite.
Crossing runway 34 left, United 122 Heavy.
Lufthansa 117 Heavy, request permission to cross runway 35 right. China Eastern 0625 Golf, request frequency change.
Eastern 0625 Golf. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Frequency change approved. China Eastern 0625 Golf. Good day. Shanghai Pudong Tower, China Southern 330. Inbound on the ILS runway 34 right.
Lufthansa 117 Heavy. Cross runway 35 right.
Crossing runway 35 right. Lufthansa 117 Heavy.
China Southern 330, wind 10085, number 1, runway 34 right, cleared to land.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 34 right, China Southern 330. Shanghai Pudong Tower, Aeroflot 208 Sierra Uniform, inbound on the ILS runway 34 right.
Virgin EAO 1655 Heavy, wind 10086, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 34 left, Virgin EAO 1655 Heavy.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Air India 137, ready for departure in sequence at runway 34 left, departing west.
Aeroflot 208 Sierra Uniform, wind 10085, number 2, runway 34 right, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 34 right, Aeroflot 208 Sierra Uniform. Thank you, Aeroflot 208 Sierra Uniform.
Attention all aircraft, please only request for takeoff when first in line.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Turkish 26 is 4 nautical miles to the south at 1,700 feet, inbound for landing.
Turkish 26, wind 10085, number 1, runway 35 left, cleared to land.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 35 left, Turkish 26. Shanghai Pudong Tower, 9 Victor Sierra Foxtrot, inbound on the ILS runway 35 left.
Virgin EAO 1655 Heavy, request frequency change.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Scandinavian 67, ready for departure at runway 34 left, departing north.
9 Victor Sierra Foxtrot, wind 10085, number 2, runway 35 left, cleared to land. Virgin EAO 1655 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 35 left, 9 Victor Sierra Foxtrot.
Scandinavian 67, line up and wait runway 34 left.
Frequency change approved Virgin EAO 1655 Heavy, good day.
Air France 112 Golf Super, cross runway 34 left, please expedite. China Southern 330, exit runway when able and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final.
Wilco, China Southern 330. Crossing runway 34 left, Air France 112 Golf Super. Turkish 26, request frequency change. Shanghai Pudong Tower, Air Canada 321 is 7 nautical miles to the south at 2,100 feet, inbound for landing. Shanghai Pudong Tower, China Eastern 582 Heavy, inbound on the ILS runway 34 right.
Air Canada 321, wind 10085, number 2, runway 35 left, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 35 left, Air Canada 321.
China Eastern 582 Heavy, wind 10085, number 1, runway 34 right, cleared to land.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 34 right, China Eastern 582 Heavy.
Turkish 26, cross runway 35 right.
Thank you, Aeroflot 208 Sierra Uniform. Crossing runway 35 right, Turkish 26.
Scandinavian 67, wind 100 at 5, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 34 left, Scandinavian 67.
China Southern 812 Super, line up and wait runway 34 left.
Line up and wait runway 34 left, China Southern 812 Super. Shanghai Pudong Tower, Emirates 304, inbound on the ILS runway 35 left. Going around, Air Canada 321.
Emirates 304, wind 100 at 5, number 1, runway 35 left, cleared to land. Air Canada 321, roger, fly runway heading runway 35 left.
Roger, Air Canada 321. Number 1, cleared to land, runway 35 left, Emirates 304. Aeroflot 208 Sierra Uniform, request permission to cross runway 34 left.
Air Canada 321, contact Shanghai approach on 119.2.
Contacting Shanghai approach on 119.2, Air Canada 321. China Southern 330, request permission to cross runway 34 left. Shanghai Pudong Tower, Lufthansa Cargo 540, ready for departure at runway 34 left, departing west.
China Southern 330, crossed runway 34 left.
Turkish 26, request frequency change. Crossing runway 34 left, China Southern 330.
Aeroflot 208 Sierra Uniform, cross runway 34 left.
Crossing runway 34 left, Aeroflot 208 Sierra Uniform. Scandinavian 67, request frequency change.
Scandinavian 67, frequency change approved, good day. Turkish 26, contact Shanghai Pudong ground on 121.62.
Frequency change approved Scandinavian 67, good day. Contacting Shanghai Pudong ground on 121.62, Turkish 26.
Lufthansa Cargo 540, your number 2 for departure.
Roger, Lufthansa Cargo 540.
China Southern 812 Super, wind 100 at 5, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 34 left, China Southern 812 Super.
China Eastern 582 Heavy, hold short of runway 34 left.
Holding short runway 34 left, China Eastern 582 Heavy. China Eastern 582 Heavy, request permission to cross runway 34 left.
China Eastern 582 Heavy, cross runway 34 left.
Crossing runway 34 left, China Eastern 582 Heavy.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Kuwaiti 004, ready for departure at runway 35 right, departing west.
Kuwaiti 004, wind 100 at 5, runway 35 right, cleared for takeoff.
China Eastern 582 Heavy, request frequency change.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 35 right, Kuwaiti 004.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, Air Canada 321 is 8 nautical miles to the southwest at 3,000 feet, inbound for landing. Emirates 304, request permission to cross runway 17 left.
Air Canada 321, number 2, traffic to follows on final.
Number 2, behind the traffic on final, Air Canada 321.
China Eastern 582 Heavy, contact Shanghai Pudong ground on 121.62.
Contacting Shanghai Pudong ground on 121.62, China Eastern 582 Heavy.
Air Canada 321, wind 100 at 5, number 2, runway 35 left, cleared to land.
Roger, Lufthansa Cargo 540. Number 2, cleared to land, runway 35 left, Air Canada 321.
Emirates 304, cross runway 35 right.
Crossing runway 35 right, Emirates 304.
Lufthansa Cargo 540, wind 100 at 5, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 34 left, Lufthansa Cargo 540.
Dynasty 456 Heavy, line up and wait runway 34 left.
Line up and wait runway 34 left, Dynasty 456 Heavy.
Kuwaiti 004, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved Kuwaiti 004, good day.
China Southern 812 Super, frequency change approved, good day.
Frequency change approved China Southern 812 Super, good day. Emirates 304, request frequency change.
Emirates 304, contact Shanghai Pudong ground on 121.62.
Contacting Shanghai Pudong ground on 121.62, Emirates 304. Stand by, Emirates 304. Emirates 304, disregard last message.
Dynasty 456 Heavy, wind 100 at 5, runway 34 left, cleared for takeoff. Air India 137, line up and wait runway 34 left.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 34 left, Dynasty 456 Heavy. Line up and wait runway 34 left, Air India 137.
Shanghai Pudong Tower, speedbird 94 Heavy, ready for departure at runway 34 left, departing north.
Speedbird 94 Heavy, you're number 2 for departure.
Roger, speedbird 9